Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the Fox Theater in Detroit. As you can tell, it is a glorious night in the city. Yes, when you look outside your window, it's cold and it's snowing, but inside the Fox Theater, it is packed, and they are ready for the big night ahead. 9 p.m. is when this all starts. As you can see, the lobby is filling up with folks. We'll see our own Charlie LeDuc, who is grabbing some interviews for a piece that he's doing. Charlie, quite the socializer. He's trying to rub shoulders, write a story. We're all here to tell the story of an incredible night in the city of Detroit. On the stage, from here, just a few hundred feet to the right of me, is where the 4 podiums are set up to go. And those 4 podiums have very important guys who are going to be standing there. One exception of the person who's not going to be there is Detroit native Ben Carson, who decided to bow out of this debate and reconsider his entire presidential bid. But, as you can well imagine, Donald Trump, who was in Maine earlier, Ted Cruz, after winning out in his home state of Texas, re-energized, and Marco Rubio has a lot to show right now. Let's go right to James Onofrio, who is with Facebook. He is one of the guys who, you may not know his name, but you know what he does. It's all about data. And when we take a look at Facebook and politics, how much of a role does it play right now? And if you would project only for the microphones.
Absolutely. So what we've been watching on Facebook is this tremendous conversation come together over the last year and a half. Just since the start of this year, we've seen 53 million people talk about the election in the U.S. alone. Over 100 million people since we started looking at this conversation last year. Now, it's not intended to be predictive. It's not intended to tell us who's going to win each primary or who's going to win the debate tonight. But it does tell us what's on the mind of everyday Americans because they really do come to Facebook. It's the new town hall where people talk about the issues and the candidates that matter most to them with their friends and family and the public figures that they follow.
You call it the new town hall. I often call it the coffee shop because I feel like when you tune in, you can actually see the demographic, the people who like certain things.
Yep.
When I make fun, even if for a moment, of a very expensive coffee with a green cover on it, I quickly get the Starbucks lovers who will say, wait a minute here. And I say, I love Starbucks too. But where you buy your coffee, who you decide to vote for, very personal decisions. But we feel very free on Facebook to just share our opinion.
And I think one of the things that makes it really special is that you know who you're talking to. One of the great things about having everyone be themselves on Facebook is when someone is saying something pro-Trump and someone's saying something pro-Clinton, you know who they are, you know where they're coming from. You may even know their life stories and their backgrounds. So it's not just a conversation with some anonymous people. It really is engagement with your friends about something that's very timely. This is such an interesting election with all the candidates and all the issues that are in play. And it's nice to have that comfortable place and that safe place to have that discussion.
All right, we're going to be talking more to you, of course, throughout the night. Thank you so much for your perspective. And we're going to be talking, of course, to these Facebook executives who are obviously trying to glean the data, trying to understand what people are saying right now. You know you're on Facebook right now, so you know millions of other people across the world are also on it. I want to take a walk with you. If you come with me, we're going to go down these stairs, and we're going to head this way to the areas where you can see the access. I'm going to show you a really good access point here. We're walking right through the crowd, and we have these credentials, by the way, that will allow us to get in where we need to go. So let's go ahead and take you through here. Excuse me. Hey, how you doing? And as we walk through here, this is behind the scenes. We're walking this way. We're about to show you the debate stage right now.
Hello, bro.
Hey, how you doing? We're just live on Facebook right now. And here we go. This is it, my friends. This is where it'll all be happening. The stage is set. Of course, camera operators are ready to go. I want to give you an idea. This beautiful Fox Theater, absolutely gorgeous, has been the center of talk for so many out-of-towners, by the way, who are curious about this place, about how this place came about, this gorgeous theater. And a lot of people asking questions about that. We're getting real close to the front of the debate stage here. As we walk up here, we're in the light. The ushers are getting ready. Remember, this is a 9 o'clock start time. As we walk up here, I'm going to take you up the stage here and show you. This is where the presidential candidates for the GOP will be standing. I can tell you Marco Rubio's podium is all the way at the end to the left of your screen. Next to that, as you see, they're mopping the floors, getting ready. Next to that is Mr. Donald Trump's podium. Next to that is Texas Senator Ted Cruz and John Kasich right here at the end. So the 5 podiums are set. On each podium, there are actually there's one notebook and 2 pens ready to go. And so let me give you another perspective here of what's going on. We go this way. You see people getting their seats, getting ready to go here. See if we could talk to some folks here. You're a guest, sir. We're live on Facebook. We're just asking people who are here how excited they are about the night.
Very excited.
Tell me a little bit about why you decided to come out and why you're here today and how you got the ticket.
I was invited by my pastor, which
Okay.
is Pastor Lauren Covarrubias from Mount Zion.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
So you're here, and the eyes of the world are on Detroit in the beautiful Fox Theater. What do you want to hear from these candidates today?
I want to hear real solutions for the problems.
What are some of those problems most that stick out to you? I mean, you're, of course, leading up your church. You see a lot.
Yeah, concerned about the economy, but mostly the moral fiber, tone of the country, who's leading from a right moral stand.
When you hear about the tone of the country, specifically Mr. Donald Trump, he's used a very different type of tone that we haven't seen before, telling people, throw him out, shut up, that kind of thing. Is it hard for you to reconcile that as a man of the cloth?
Yes, I'm not a fan of that. I prefer the more good protocol and talking in the proper ways and stuff.
So you're looking forward to a good night.
Yeah, and it's going to be fun. He does add a lot of entertainment value to debates.
It's going to be certainly an entertaining.
Yes.
Thank you so much for talking to us,
Thank
Pastor.
you.
Good to see you. You guys are taking pictures of me. You mind if I ask you a question too? Well, let me start on a woman's perspective too. You're here. You got a great seat in the House. You're literally 3rd row down. So when you're looking at this debate stage, first of all, you probably feel blessed to have such a close view of history. Talk a little bit about what you're hoping to hear.
I'm excited just to see what's happening in front. We didn't learn a lot and watching a lot on television, so just to be part of the excitement, I'm very proud to have it in our city.
It's a beautiful theater, isn't it?
Right, so I'm hoping it reflects that magical light on our city.
Certainly hope so as well. All right, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. As you see over here, we have Secret Service. Sir, how are you? Good to see you. You're blocking off the stage completely? Okay, so we can't get past that. When you hear a Secret Service guy, are you blocking off the stage? And their answer is, I am. You just listen and you be quiet and you stay. I want to tell you, though, this whole set took a lot to build. And I know you already know that, but what I found fascinating was it was 10 tons of equipment and set pieces that came in here. There's a moderator's desk. That's where Brett Baer and Megyn Kelly and Chris Wallace will be taking to their stage. And you know what, I gotta tell you, I had the chance to interview Bill O'Reilly a few minutes ago, and he was up here on stage checking it out, and he had some interesting perspective. He said about the Romney comment today, you heard about that, right? Of course, Mitt Romney was talking about Donald Trump. He had a little mudslinging to do of his own. He said basically that Donald Trump was a fraud, and he questioned all of the businesses that he's opened up from the beginning and asked what happened to those, including Trump University, Trump Airlines, and continued to proceed onto this rant. And Donald Trump responded and said, this is a guy who begged me to be endorsing him when he ran, of course, the last time around. Bill O'Reilly, I asked him the question, so who does this hurt? Does this hurt Mitt Romney or does this hurt Bill O'Reilly? And I thought he would probably say it would hurt Mitt Romney. But he says it's yet to be seen because Mitt Romney represents the Republican establishment, at least from 4 years ago. And so to insult that man would in turn perhaps insult the party, I think is what he was getting at. But Bill O'Reilly's watching this as well. They all have dressing rooms on this side. As we cross this way, I want to take you on a little walk if we could. It's getting a little crowded. We got some questions. Let's look at these questions. I never thought I would agree with something. Let's see. Got to be enjoying it. The fireworks are about to fly. Yes, Andrew, they are. Michelle Mandel, I never thought I would agree with something Romney said, but holy hell. Hillary for prison in 2016. Africa, here I come. Someone talking about moving. I would love to have been there. Well, you are here, my friend. Nashville, Tennessee. Thanks for coming and joining us on Facebook. Let's see what this person said. Politics, I'm more concerned about it being MS Awareness Month right now. And you know what? We are too. We have to do more than one thing in the same breath, and we certainly will all be wearing orange in your honor, my friend. I may have said something. Someone saying it's a Republican debate, FYI. Yes, or maybe the Hillary reference was a little much. Oh, run in a dressing room and grab a snack. You know what? Let's run to one dressing room that I want you to see, and it's kind of. Let's take you up here. We're going to be taking a little walk. Which way should we go, Laura, my producer and boss? We're going to walk this way. She's going to hopefully clear the way for us. You see right now it's a tough crowd right now in a wonderful way. They're good people, just hard to walk through. Fox Theater live right now, as you can tell. Walking up this aisle. We thank you for joining us live on Facebook as we take a look at so many of the people who are ready to hear what these candidates have to say. Hey, Laura, I'm going to ask a question over here.
Well,
We're live on Facebook for Fox 2.
okay.
Just wondering, what do you ladies, I want to get some perspective here. Why are you here today, and what do you hope to hear?
Well, it's a Republican debate. It's an honor to be here. It's an opportunity to see our candidates, or the ones that represent our values, debate the issues and make some decisions for Tuesday. And so that's why I'm here.
You got a pretty good seat.
Well, it's an awesome seat. And but we've got some awesome candidates. So the hot seats are definitely the four that's behind me right now.
Well, thank you so much. And ma'am, do you mind if I ask you why you decided to come out today?
Well, I got a special invitation, and I want to hear some results. I want to hear some decent answers, some just solutions that need to be resolved.
This entire campaign, we would be remiss if we didn't mention that it's been splattered with fireworks from Donald Trump. Some people say they'll watch just for the entertainment, regardless of being Republican or Democrat.
I don't think I came down there for that. I came down to get some answers.
You think you're going to hear answers?
I hope so. I hope that this changes.
Ma'am, what do you think?
I'm down here to root for Donald Trump. I think he's being really assassinated by Rubio. I do not like that bad mouthing.
Do you think it's a fair assessment that Donald Trump also has been bad-mouthing others as well?
Not really.
You don't believe that?
No.
That's not true, but I'm going to let you go with that. He has definitely been unfiltered, but nevertheless, we're going to support the Republican nominee. Whoever's left standing, that's who we're going to rally behind. And while we have our favorites, we know that the reason why it's so intense this year is because there's so much on the line. We have looked at the last 8 years of liberal, progressive policies, and at the end of the day, it doesn't help America. It doesn't make it great again. It doesn't bring us in the 21st century. It doesn't do anything to create jobs and opportunities. And so that's why we're here. And we will rally behind the Republican nominee. We have our favorites, but at the end of the day, it is about Republican, conservative policies and principles being ushered into that White House.
Thank you so much for talking to us. We appreciate it. Again, we're getting some perspective live right here on Facebook. We're going to get some comments right now. This has turned into comical reality TV. Oh, wow, says Angie. I wonder if Wanda's a real hair color. Well, regardless, she had some salient points that she felt strongly about. By the way, this is the perspective from about halfway stage. Hey, there's Brian Crosley from Fox 2 getting ready. He's in charge of a lot of this beautiful theater. He's in charge of a lot of the production that Fox 2 has put together. Hey guys, getting some pictures? How you doing? We're live on Facebook. Say hi. Gentlemen, why did you guys decide to come out today?
Well, I needed something fun to do after work. No, but in all seriousness, it's really good to be a part of this lively debate. It's been very active, very boisterous. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not, but that's what I love about America. We get to choose who we want to vote for and all that good stuff.
Are you Republican, Democrat, or undecided?
I'm Republican.
Republican? And who is it that you like so far?
I got a few favorites. Cruz is at the top of my list. Kasich number 2, Rubio third.
And then Trump?
Yeah, I'll put Trump last.
Number 4? All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Appreciate it. How you doing, bud?
How are you? How have you been?
Nice to see you. We're live on Facebook right now.
Are we?
Yes. Would you mind if we asked you?
It's my son Nick over here. Here, come on over here, Nick.
All right, I'm going to get the camera back to my producer. So, Nick, why did you decide to come out tonight?
I just wanted to hear the candidates, all their positions, especially after Super Tuesday. Just seeing how things develop after that. It's the first real concrete stuff they have to work with and debate over, and it's going to be really interesting to see.
I just heard a woman who's a huge Trump supporter say that she doesn't believe that Trump has been mudslinging and Rubio needs to stop. You remember the small hand comment that Mr. Rubio made. You know that, of course, he talked about Donald Trump's spray tan. But Donald Trump has dished it out, too, hasn't he? Is Is this diluting or taking our political game into a dirty, bad place? Does it lower the standards?
I don't think it does. I think it just brings, it makes them seem more like human beings as opposed to robots up there who really don't have emotion and just kind of argue. And, they just don't seem like humans when there's not that mudflinging and whatnot happening.
Well, we thank you so much for your perspective. Thanks for talking to us. We can see you. We'll see you guys around. If you're just joining us, we're live here on Facebook at the Republican debate. Yes, the Fox Theater, the glorious Fox Theater. I want you to take a look at the stage right now. 4 podiums set up, one noticeably absent, of course, is that of Dr. Ben Carson. Dr. Ben Carson, the Detroit native, is basically deciding at this point whether or not to stay in the game, stay in the race. He has said that he will not come back to his hometown of Detroit, and instead he'll sit this one out with a news conference coming up at it's Friday. All right, so, oh wow, I wonder, anyone have any questions? Please do feel free to chime in. Looking at the stage right now, the debate stage. Anyone want to see anything in particular? We have a couple places that we can take you to. Let's take them to the Facebook room real quickly, too. Facebook has a huge presence in this election. Excuse me. And as you can imagine, Facebook has a presence here because they want to hear what people are saying. We're going to go around these seats here and take you to the location where the Facebook office is. And you're going to laugh, guys. When you go into a theater, some of the locations, it's going to be dark here, by the way. Some of the locations are a bit dark and cramped. You're in the lobby. Let's go through here and around this way. Getting you back in the light, my friends who are watching. We're in the dark lobby of the Fox Theater. We're going to take you back into the light here. You got one of the center aisles. This is an all-access point, my friends. I mean, many people.
Wendy told me to say.
Who's your name? I'm sorry. We had a floor member who was taking us here to this area. We'll take you back to where we were going. Again, my friends, this is an all-access point to where we're going. We're heading to the Facebook office right now. We're getting back in the light. You'll see center stage right over here through the alley. As we take you inside of the Facebook office. There he is. We're just coming to find you.
Excellent. Perfect.
Would you mind if we talk to you where it's a little bit quiet?
Absolutely.
There's backstage, by the way. All right, do it right back. I'm going to go backstage here at the Fox Theater. As you can tell, this is where the candidates will be walking out from, and from this area, they'll be heading right through there. You can see the area that they'll be walking. There's the extra podium. You would assume that may be Ben Carson's podium that won't be used. This is the 5th podium, and there's no name on it. Of course, Ben Carson backed out. Took a look at a live view from this perspective, and you look through and you'll see all the podiums ready to go. This is the perspective that they'll be walking out to check out. Beautifully lit stage. As you can see, the floor directors are walking through. And you'll see the perspective. The moderators will be sitting right over there. And the 4 candidates ready to go. Again, we know that they arrived at different times. Donald Trump was in Maine. He arrived approximately about 4:45 or 5 o'clock. The green rooms are all downstairs near catering. We're going to go upstairs and check this out. Live inside the Facebook office. We've been talking to executives from Facebook about what it is that they're watching. And you'll see that obviously this is, they kind of create their own makeshift offices, but all you need when you're a Facebook executive is a phone and a laptop and Wi-Fi, and you're ready to go, thanks to their product. But we were talking to you earlier about what it is that really matters to people right now. What are we seeing tonight in terms of what's trending?
So what we're seeing today, a couple of notable trends. First, Mitt Romney, buzz about him spiked earlier in the day after his remarks about Donald Trump. In fact, volume was so high, it was actually dominating conversation about a lot of the policy issues that we keep an eye on. The other big thing that we saw was that there was a big surge in conversation about Donald Trump, to the tune of 10x over the other three candidates that are going to be on the stage with him today.
10 times.
So as he responded to Mitt's remarks and as he had his own rally in Maine, conversation really swelled today. So those are the first two trends that we noted. And then during the debate itself, we'll keep an eye on which issues people are talking about the most real time during the debate, and just how the candidates perform relative to each other, and if they have any surges or any sort of drops along the way, and trying to keep an eye on what we're seeing.
So when you take a look at this, I mean, you yourself, obviously, you have your own opinions, you have your own set of values, your own thing, but you're looking at this data, and as a data guy, you just have to look exclusively at that. It's very much like being a journalist.
Absolutely. It's one of my favorite things about this is that the data tells you what's going on, and it's very objective. And one of the things I love to do is really bring, sort of that lens to it. It's a fact-based lens. We're simply reflecting the conversation we're seeing on the platform, and it doesn't really reflect anything of my beliefs or any of my coworkers' beliefs or the company. It really is just what Americans are talking about. And Facebook has just become this wonderful place to engage and participate in the process. So it really is just about what Americans are saying.
Everyone now has 2 living rooms, 2 bars, 2 coffee shops, because they go to the one that they go to physically, and they go to the one that's online,
Absolutely.
the virtual one, right? But there's real people with real opinions. The arguments that you see on Facebook, boom, boom, boom. Someone says something back. Is that what begins something to trend?
Usually it's more a news event than that type of conversation, that kind of back and forth. So it's a sort of a rally, it's a debate, it's some sort of comment made in a speech that galvanizes people around an issue. So whether it's about building a wall or whether it's about banning Muslims, we've seen a lot of the large surges in volume tend to correlate with those news events. And then what happens is people take to Facebook to talk about those news events. And I wouldn't say that it's, yes, there are definitely some disagreements back and forth. I think one of the things that as a researcher I've been really pleased to see is how balanced the discourse is. It really is, because you have so many people participating, and again, because you know who you're talking to, you can't just lob that verbal grenade into the conversation and then leave. I mean, these are people you have a relationship with, and you'll continue to have a relationship with.
And sometimes people are surprised. I know on Facebook they're surprised all the time when people respond. So if you say something offensive or slightly, slightly below the belt, like, really, you mean that? The person responds and they're like, dude, I was just expressing my opinion.
Absolutely.
Good to talk to you.
My pleasure.
What a pleasure. All right,
Enjoy
this is
the
the live
debate.
Facebook office, my friends. We're going to take you back outside. Thank you so much.
Tell LaDuff we want him back here.
I'll tell
Charlie LaDuff we want him back here.
I'll tell him LaDuff is... LaDuff, well, I'll tell him right now. Let's head over to another location right now and take you downstairs. I'll show you what the stage looks like. From here, you'll see the crowd is swelling. The debate stage is ready. You saw that 5th podium sitting backstage. That's, again, presumably Ben Carson's podium. See, up here they got Fox News broadcasting live. You look at Bill O'Reilly. He's actually up here right now. We had a chance to talk to him. There's Bill O'Reilly with Fox News, enjoying a few minutes of rest before a very long night. Although they've been going live, goodness, the entire day. But there's Bill O'Reilly up in the wings over there. And you come back down this way in the beautiful Fox Theater, you'll see the audience starting to swell a little bit. More people here. And there you have the candidates' podiums ready to go. And if you
We're right down front over here.
Hey, gentlemen. Gentlemen, we're live on Facebook. We're just asking people why they decided to come out tonight. I see you got your vigilante coat on. A little bit about why you decided to come out today.
Well, we're supporting Donald Trump. Yep. All right.
Why is that so important?
Well, I think that he's the guy that's going to turn this country around. He says what he means. He doesn't, tap dance around the issues. And I think he's going to take care of our kids and our veterans and our citizens before the illegal immigrants.
Right. Mitt Romney made some really scathing remarks about Donald Trump and the failures of his business. Does that change anything for you?
Oh, not a bit. In fact, Mitt's an asshole.
Yeah, in fact, it put us behind them even 100% more.
Right.
You know, where everybody's tired of the career politicians. That's something that isn't said. But the American people they want to get the politics back to the people, the government back to the people.
It's not our country anymore. It belongs to the big bankers. And,
right.
You know, we just want to get away from that.
And Donald Trump cannot be bought, so that's why we're behind him.
You know, Donald Trump just announced that he will be doing fundraising starting if he gets the nomination. That's not the way we expected it to go initially, right?
Well, that's fine. I mean, you know, if people want to support him and help him out, I'm sure that he'll reach into his own pocket as much as he needs to, and he's got every right to do it. So more power to him.
What are your names?
I'm Doc.
Doc?
Vigilantes Macomb.
Yeah, Bill.
Bill? Doc and Bill, good to talk to you.
Thank you.
Fox 2 Facebook. Yeah, we're blocking the aisle. We'll go this way. There's the stage again. People getting their selfies, by the way. Beforehand.
We'll see. I think it's going to be different.
Hey, guys. How you doing? We're live on Facebook right now.
Cool.
Yeah. What? You excited to be here?
Very excited, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your experience of coming here so far. I mean,
it's been a very interesting experience, actually. It's great to see a lot of Republicans in the same area just to watch, hopefully, what will be a good debate.
Now, I saw you out and about. This gentleman, by the way, was at a Kasich rally not too long ago,
Yep.
and you do some work for the Republican Party.
Yep, sure do. Helping to re-elect Congressman Trott. He's Congressman in the 11th District, and very excited and happy to be helping him out. And yeah. So.
You know, when you take a look at the divisive nature of this election, Mitt Romney just came out and had some scathing words for Donald Trump, just from being part of the Republican Party. You know, what is it? Does that hurt the party? Does that keep the party in line? What do you think?
Well, I think debate is good, just as long as it's respectful. And unfortunately, I think we've kind of reached a point of all-time lows with what's been going on lately. But it's kept people engaged. It's brought people in that haven't been paying attention. So I think that aspect has been good. But overall, we have to have a certain level of decorum that's fitting for this country, and I don't think that we've had that this time around, unfortunately.
Some would say you're talking about Donald Trump and Marco Rubio fighting back and forth?
Maybe.
Perhaps.
I didn't name names.
You did not. No, you did not. Very good. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right, my friends, let's go backstage and behind the scenes here. It was actually a staircase. And excuse us when we get dark. The video goes a little dark because we're going through some dark hallways of the Fox Theater. But as we go through here, I want to show you where the green rooms are, the catering, the stuff that no one else gets to see, that you get to see because you're with us. So let's go through the hallway here. The bowels of the basement is where we're headed right now. And we have our press passes ready to go. So we take this walk through this door. Again, this is now looking out at the lobby of the Fox Theater. And this is the door. As you can see, you need media credentials to get in. We're going to get you through here. And down these stairs in the Fox Theater. It's an interesting building. It's a beautiful old building. I think even the Fox producer was saying they hadn't seen such a beautiful building. Hey, sir, how you doing?
How you doing?
You can see catering and production. This also is where the candidates are going to have some of their time. I know the green rooms for Megyn Kelly and for Bret Baier and Chris Wallace. The food for them, of course. All of that is down here.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Good, right through there?
Yep, thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you. I'm going to take you through this door over here. And our producers and I have been taking a close look at the green room and some of the other areas where the executives are. This is one of the rooms where you get refreshments, but really the green room is what was fascinating. Again, we're in the basement of the Fox Theater. The candidates following these signs, knowing to go where they're going to head. That's the Republican National Congress workspace there. Randomly, a photocopy machine. We'll see workrooms. Through this door, I'll take you through here. This is where the candidates are all waiting it out right now. Through this door. They would have to walk through here, by the way. When they're ready to go, the debate set is the room they're going to follow. As we head this way, I mean, we're really in the bowels. Watch your head. It's really low ceilings here. I'm going to walk on through. the green rooms, believe it or not, are actually down here in this area. And in fact, some of the Fox people, the people from Fox National, were saying, you believe the green room's down here? But it's a nice looking set. I'm going to walk back this way. I think we took a wrong turn.
Missed the turn.
Missed a turn. Here we go. Back this way. If you see any candidates who are a little late coming on stage, it's because they had to go through this maze. In the basement of the Fox Theater, live on Facebook, my friends.
So the stage is over here, but it's this one to the left.
It's right through here.
To the left.
Excuse us. Thank you. It's all security, Secret Service. It's this way. Hello. This is the right way, my friends. There's a room back here. Again, all of the spin room afterwards, by the way, is going to be very interesting. That's where all the candidates are going to walk out. We're going to be able to speak. This is the room where all the candidates will be hanging out. They're in the green rooms right now. But as you see over here, they have these mirrors and makeup lights ready to go. And this is where they're going to come during the commercial breaks. If they need a little break, if there's a long break, they'll go sit over here. So let's continue to go up. I know the signal's a little bit weaker down here, my friends, but we're heading back upstairs to the main stage. Again, the spin room is this way. The basement of the Fox Theater is where we're coming to you from. Water bottles, the candidates need that. What's up? How you doing? I'm gonna head back. Excuse me. Into the area. There's a couple workrooms. Like I said, it's like in the middle of nowhere. You see these green rooms, catering, and it's all down in the basement. As they get ready, by the way, now we're talking less than an hour away. The Republican candidate is taking to the stage. We go back out. Thank you for your hard work. How you doing? These guys serving up the meals for the candidates. We go through this fire door, get you a better signal. How you doing? Good. Security is tight. And I'll tell you what, these all access are full. So we can up the stairs here to get you a better signal through the basement. Taking you back up the stairs. So that's where the green rooms are, guys. That's where all the hosts and the candidates are right now. Taking you back upstairs. Take you back through the curtains here. And you're back inside of the Fox Theater. It's quite the run, quite the jog. And so, my friends, the stage is set, and they're ready to go here in Detroit. As we say, if you're just joining us, this is the main stage of the Fox Theater. The main stage of the Fox Theater. This is Nerve Central when it comes to, obviously, the production of this great debate. I'm going to continue to walk through and talk to some people. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask away. You have all access inside of the Fox Theater. Gentlemen, how you doing?
Yes.
Inside of the Fox Theater. Walking back up. Sir, do you have a second?
As soon as I say hi to Representative Chatfield.
Okay.
Do you mind?
I mean, literally 15 seconds. Why are you here today as we walk up
here
here?
to listen to the candidates.
Who are you hoping to hear from today more?
I'm hoping to hear from all of them. Hoping to hear from all of them.
Fair enough. You will.
I
Thank you
will.
so much. I appreciate it. So you can tell right now the hour-and-a-half debate will be taking place on the stage. I mentioned this earlier, but the production manager for Fox said out of all 12 debates that he's covered, this by far is the most beautiful venue that he has had the pleasure of doing this debate in. It'll be a late night here in Detroit. We should mention, by the way, after this debate is over, all of the candidates that you see on stage will be heading outside in the lobby of the Fox Theater. If you've seen a show here, you know that lobby area. And in that lobby, they'll be taking questions from the media. And let's go ahead and show you what that looks like. Let's go back up. Take you to the spin room. You keep seeing the signs for it. Might as well be able to see it, right? So we'll take you through the lobby of the Fox Theater. Look, we're taking you everywhere. We took you to the basement, taking you back out to the hallway. And in this hallway, you're going to roll out a red carpet right here. And that red carpet, all the candidates will be walking out, and one by one, they'll be taking questions from the media. We'll be out here. Charlie LeDuff will be out here. Charlie Langton. We got a full team of folks who are out here. Sir, how you doing?
All right, how you doing?
Good, good. Could you, we're live on Facebook. You could use your volume and tell us what you're hoping to hear tonight.
I'm just hoping to hear solutions and talking more about jobs and job creation here in the state of Michigan.
Are you leaning towards one candidate or the other?
I'm an employee of the party, so no, I'm not.
Well, you shouldn't then. But as an employee of the party today, you'd be remiss without recognizing the fact that today Mitt Romney made some very scathing remarks about one of the candidates. Does that hurt or help the party?
I haven't seen any proof yet that it's hurt Donald Trump, so that's a tough one.
It is a tough one. Well, we thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure.
Give us your name real quick.
Wayne Bradley.
Wayne Bradley. Mr. Wayne Bradley, we were looking for you earlier.
Were you?
Yes.
I talked to Charlie for a briefing.
Yeah, you talked to Charlie LeDuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts right now when we take a look at this race? Wayne Bradley with the Republican Party, by the way. What is it that is the allure of this time around? Is it a Trump factor only?
I think people are just, when they're looking at it, they're tired of the same old thing, and I think that's probably the biggest part. And he's a celebrity. Celebrity factor in America is a big deal.
When you hear some other folks, of course, talk, the same game as Donald Trump, it adds to the excitement of the race.
Definitely. I mean, you can tell by the ratings and the crowds, it definitely adds to the excitement of the race.
Why Detroit?
Well, I mean, Detroit has had a great revitalization, and obviously this is a story you want to talk about. Manufacturing jobs is a big part of the reason why we went into that decline, and you've got to have solutions to bring those jobs back and to create new jobs.
Wayne Bradley with the Republican Party, if you're just joining us. Anything else you'd like to hear them talk about while they're here today?
Education, obviously, that's a big thing for me, and what we can do to give more opportunities, whether it be in trade schools, colleges, community colleges. I'd like to hear more about that as well.
Well, thank you so much, Wayne Bradley.
Pleasure.
Thank you for your time. Charlie LeDuff and Charlie Langton here with us live. Guys, who have you talked to so far today? Charlie, whichever Charlie you want, take it.
Attorney General, Chief of Police, Congressman.
Talk to the big the Buck and Bill at police departments. All kinds of people.
Don't laugh at Buck and Bill, man. That's America.
No, I get it.
That's why we're here.
Big deals. Those are voters. They're organized, and they've got an opinion.
Oh, and they're angry.
Well, that's the thing. And I talked to them, and what I was going to say is that I had the chance to talk to them, and they were saying they're sick and tired of where we are right now, the status quo, and they believe that Donald Trump is the guy to take them out of that and bring them what they need, which is to give more importance to our own children and immigrants, as he says, and we're coming here illegally.
What they said to me is like, I don't care if you can't get anything done. It's on remote control, this country. It's moving on its own. Send somebody there and kick over some furniture and let them know we're here and we're alive.
And that's kind of what they're hoping, these vigilantes, that Donald Trump would do. Charlie Langton, you've been having a chance to talk to. First of all, I got to say, just from a salacious point of view, Charlie had the chance to go to the back green rooms. We went down to the basement. You walked into the green room?
Into the green rooms right there. In most of them, they've got pretzels, a couple of bananas, and some candy bars. That's it. Casey didn't have a whole lot of them. Here's the deal. I raised some question. I was just talking to Scott Romney. That's Mitt's brother. I asked him, what happened to your brother? What was your brother doing? He said, my brother felt he had to do this. He doesn't like Trump. He doesn't think Trump is the person for this party, and he was very, very upset about it.
Yeah, but you know what? That's what we're doing. You know what? Most people I talk to here, hardcore Republicans, are not happy with Mitt Romney.
Not at all. They're not happy with Mitt Romney. I talked to a ton of people today as well. So this thing may have backfired. And the irony here is that actually Trump may pick up more support now because of what
you know why? You know why? Because here's what it reeked of. The 1%, the elite, telling the American voter, whose vote counts just as much as his, that he went the wrong way. He made the wrong choice. He's not smart. His will doesn't matter. Let's find a way around it. That's not going to fly, man.
Well, I hear you. One thing that I thought was interesting, I talked to Bill O'Reilly on stage with the O'Reilly Factor in Fox News, and he says at this point he's not sure who that would hurt more because of the hardcore Republicans that may not be at this debate hall that live in America's heartland, that actually love Mitt Romney, and that believe that he was their guy.
Watch this. Who cares if it hurt Mitt Romney? You're nobody, man. Go ride your ponies off into the sunset. You had 2 shots. You're done.
But does it hurt Donald Trump at all?
Zero.
Sure.
No, it doesn't hurt Donald Trump.
But we're talking about it in a negative way. Hey, he called you a punk and a daddy's
and
boy
a fraud.
and a fraud.
Sour grapes. These guys had ample time to run for president. He didn't win. Trump's right.
What insane timing.
And why would you do this right now when someone's got to come forward and unite this party? I know it's going to be Trump, but it's got to be somebody. But it should not be Mitt Romney. Now, he's making more of a division right now, but it's backfiring.
When you talk to the guys at the RNC on every level, from Mr. Bradley and other people who are in the party, they say, you know what? Some of this Trump factor stuff is a little bit much. A little bit much. And so, Amy Andrews with us.
It's the boss.
We're live on Facebook right now. This is the big boss. He doesn't like to be photographed too often, but Amy Andrews, we're bringing you into the mix. We've been talking about Mitt Romney today and how he made those comments that he made. And Bill O'Reilly today telling me he doesn't know who it's going to hurt, but people are talking about this. It's trending.
It was trending. It was the top trending item on Twitter whenever I left work today, and a lot of people talking about it. It's very interesting that he decided to he called this press conference and decided to do it today because a lot of people are wondering why he didn't run in the first place. And
here he is.
What are his motives?
Entering himself in the race. Jay Towers with us live. It's snowy out there. They let people into the Fox Theater early.
Is this the Christmas spectacular?
This is not the Christmas. The Rockettes are not here. Yeah, there are 4 people on stage, and trust me, you don't want to see them doing any kicks up there. But they are been kicking each other and a lot of dirt at each other. Rubio and Trump. You had the chance to talk with Bret Baier today, and had a very in-depth interview with him. Bret's a very reasonable guy and one who has his finger on the pulse. What did he tell you about tonight and why this is so important?
He was great. Listen, he's been preparing for Detroit for a while now. Got in last night. He's been all business. He gave us a little bit of time, but he said he had some surprises, and he definitely said he was going to work Michigan into this. And this is what we talked to him about. We talked about how this is a debate for America, but we've got a crowd full of people from Michigan and Detroit.
You know, when you take a look at there's
okay, I'm covering it. I'm covering it this time around, but that felt so good.
But I'll tell you what, guys, it was incredible to see the access that they gave us today on stage. We actually went and picked up the notebooks from Donald Trump and the notebooks that Rubio's going to be using. 2 pens on each stage. It's just a regular reporter-sized notebook. They're going to be taking a lot of notes today about what each other have to say. It's an interesting night. You know, regardless of where your politics lie, you have to remember that the eyes of the world descend on Detroit tonight, and for very good reason. These 4 men are up there. Yes,
they got their notepads?
Yes.
I wrote, call me, and my number on Trump's notepad.
Did you write your number on there?
Yeah.
You should have. Because you know what? Maybe if you tweet him, he'll get back with you. It seems like that's the only way that
I got his advance man's number. We're working on something.
Charlie LeDuff, Jay Towers for us, joining us on Facebook. You're watching this because you want to see things that nobody else has access to. And so let's show you again, if you're just joining us, the main stage. Bobby, would you help take us to the main stage? Come on by. It's going to get dark for a quick moment. We have our passes. This is where everything will be happening. It's fascinating to watch just the lighting, my friends. They've been here since Sunday, Fox News, to make sure that the lighting is just right here. Of course, you're thinking, well, the lighting's always nice at the Fox Theater. But actually, it's interesting because this is theater lighting. They want TV lighting. The audience is never lit, if you really think about it, at a big show. I mean, yeah, house lights, but not really lights. What they had to do here at Fox News is they had to figure out a way to light the audience so that you could see the tops of their heads to give the impression of how many people are actually here. And in the process, they ended up making sure that they had to relight the whole place. Yeah, it's a gorgeous theater, but it is one that needs more work in terms of the lighting if you're going to do a debate like this. But out of all of the venues, the senior set producer and production designer, he says this is the best venue that he's seen thus far. The Fox News channel, of course, ready. That's what it's going to look like on TV, by the way, if you take a look at that. that monitor there. And it's, you zoom in here, that's what it'll look like on TV. When you watch us at 9 o'clock today, that's going to be the seat. This seat, honestly, is the best one in the House right now. And it's really quite an exciting time. The question that a lot of people have, some of the folks who walked in here are not Republicans. I talked to actually one gentleman who's the Democratic chair. He's here to hear what it is that these four men have to say. So we want to know what your questions are as well as we take a walk back outside in the lobby where some of your neighbors and friends are right now. By the way, tickets were hard to get, hard to score for this. They weren't just handing them out. There was only a handful that you could get through Eventbrite, which is the company that does the tickets. Excuse me. You walk through here. Again, have a chance to walk through and actually see things that are happening here. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, Rupert.
You're with Olympia. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
We're live on Facebook talking about what an exciting day this is.
Absolutely.
You're with Olympia. Obviously, the Fox Theater is being talked about quite a bit. Even the candidates. Bill O'Reilly walked by the stage, and when he looked around, he goes, "This is great. This is great." It's just one of those theaters. It's indisputable that this is an awesome place.
Absolutely. It's iconic, it's gorgeous, it's inspiring. It's an inspiring building to come to an event to work at. We're really very fortunate to have this in the city.
Our Sherry Margolis was commenting the other day saying, this is probably the most drama we've seen on the stage here in a little while that we're expecting to see, and she's probably right.
Well, I mean, it's just such an amazing and interesting thing to be a part of. I mean, this is part of the political process, and to see it all unfold on such a beautiful stage, it's really pretty cool.
I thought it was really cool to see if you go downstairs, and we gave a chance to people to go downstairs. We went live on Facebook. You're in the bowels of the Fox Theater, one of the oldest theaters really in the country, but here in Detroit, 1920s. You guys really make those rooms on either side look really nice when you walk in. But when you're walking through, it looks pretty industrial, pretty warehouse-like, right? But you walk into the rooms and you do them up, green rooms.
Exactly. I mean, it's still a functional building, so, we have to have our nuts and our bolts, but we try to make it as inviting as possible.
Well, Catherine Kowalski with Olympia, good to talk to you.
Nice to talk
Good luck
to you,
tonight.
too.
It'll be a long night, but a good one.
Thank you so much.
Of course. And so we continue to take a look at what's happening around here. Ask your questions live on Facebook. What do you think about the Republican debate tonight? It does kick off at 9 o'clock we're talking about 40 minutes from now. And when it does, of course, the eyes of the world will be on Detroit here at the historic Fox Theater. And we continue to take a look around. A lot of volunteers, by the way. You see some of those volunteers up here. When you look up here, that's Fox News. They have 4 different spots that they're broadcasting from. There's Fox News up here as well. And so folks continue to come in. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Security checks over here. A lot of people asking the question, how did people get tickets? There seemed to be a handful of tickets that were out there. And people were able to snatch those tickets up. And they will be the lucky people with the seat. The tickets, just so you know, everyone's walking around with printer paper because this essentially is what the ticket looks like. I'm sitting at, 4. I know it's F4, row B, seat 401. And by the way, I'll be tweeting from this seat, so if you go to my Twitter account, Fox News Root Barrage, you'll be able to check it out. But this is the ticket that you'll need to get in to this place. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people are asking, where do I get one of these tickets? And they sold out so quickly. There were only a handful that were being given out as part of Eventbrite, which is the company that, of course, did this. We were covering this, and so we got ourselves this. But I wanted you to know that there's a front row seat for you, as you know already. But on Twitter, later on, we're going to be tweeting. If you follow the Fox 2 account, you'll be seeing our tweets as well. Let's go upstairs and see what's going on up here. There. How are you?
Okay, yeah.
Thank you. Walking up here to the... show you some of the sets up here. This is Fox News set up on the balconies, of course, in between the shots. We're doing a lot of interviews from here. And the setup is a great backdrop because when you look behind you, you see basically the beautiful Fox Theater. They've been going live all throughout the night and really all through the morning. And tomorrow morning as well, I believe they're going to be going live. I don't believe it's going to be from here, but they will be going live nonetheless from this area. Somewhere in Detroit, I know that they want to go to a cafe and try to figure out where they can do a breakfast live show, which is pretty interesting. Let's go downstairs and give you one last look, and we'll take you to the debate stage. Here we have folks who are lining up, getting their pictures taken. We're going to break through this access point here. Excuse me, ladies. Thank you. We'll take you back to the debate stage live, and you'll get a chance to see what it looks like. One more time, live from the Fox Theater, the 4 podiums set up, ready to go for the Republican debate that does kick off at 9 p.m. here on Fox News. We thank you for joining us on this live Facebook broadcast. Follow us on Twitter at RoopRajFox2. I'll be tweeting right here from my seat in the left. Have a great night, everyone.